Okay, so just wheeling it back a little bit, to just going for people going through recruitment now. Um, you've obviously worked with lots of recruits, probably in your CID days. You don't get rotations, I don't think, do you? Coming into you, new detectives coming in where you are
No, so,
now.
no. So we're
Right.
sort of seasoned detectives where we are now.
Okay. Tell me, what's how to stand out as a new recruit? What's going to make this new, shiny, fresh out of the box DC trainee detective lands on your team at CID? What's the best way to impress Sarah? What's going to what's the best way to get the best out of their experience with you?
So I think um, being very prepared, being knowledge. When I say knowledgeable, obviously
Hmm.
not everybody knows everything, but being prepared to, if you don't know something, admit you don't know something, and um, be prepared to learn it, or go away and find out, or ask. You know, we're all learning. I learn every day. I think the worst thing that I say the worst thing, that sounds awful, but the people that come in to sort of be a detective with the belief that they already know everything and they're okay. No, no, it's all right. I know, I understand that. I've read a book and I'm fine. I get it. They make mistakes and maybe they don't get the best results that they could possibly get. So I think having confidence is important, but not so confident that you think you know it all, because we don't know it all and I don't know it all. And if I said that I did, I would be lying. And that's where people fall down is, you know, being confident, being willing to learn, understanding what's required of you, and providing that, um, getting that experience, getting that training, getting that knowledge base, um, getting everything around you that helps you, gives you a starting point, really.
Hmm.
And it will always be a starting point because everything's a learning curve. And as soon as you can do all the training in the world and you become a detective, and it's you then start almost new training again. But the more you can do before you get to that point, the better, really, to give you that confidence and knowledge base before you start on that platform of moving up.
We've got 10 minutes. If you've got any questions, put them in the chat, or just put your hand up and we'll get to them. There are some other questions I was going to ask you, Sarah. Just a question I got asked today. If you were, have you known many people to be a detective and then go back to uniform?
Yes, some people do. Sometimes it's down to promotion, because so like I'm a constable, and some people as a detective are a constable, but they want to move up the ranks. So sometimes they will go back into uniform because being a detective, when I say it's niche, obviously that's what we do. We detect serious crime. Um, but sometimes they want to go back and get a sergeant's experience on back in patrol, back in response. So sometimes it's for that reason. Sometimes it's just because they miss being on patrol, and being in uniform is a very different world to being a detective. And sometimes people just miss it. Sometimes people want to go back and do that uniform thing, and it's not a problem. Both departments are love the extra staff. So, people do move around. If you become a detective and you think after a couple of years, I'm not sure this is for me, you can move back. Well, I say move back. You can go into a uniform role again. People do move around. It's whatever suits you. Everybody's an individual, and you know, people are all different.
It's not for everyone, is it? I mean, so
No,
Lucy's put some questions in which will probably cover some of that. Actually starting at the bottom about, you mentioned there about putting case files together. I don't know if you can see the chat box, Sarah. If not, I'll read
no,
it out. So can you provide more details about putting the case file together? Are you on Athena or Niche?
niche.
Niche, yeah. Is it form filling, writing up statements, communicating with colleagues, partner organisations, victims, witnesses? Yes. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
A court bundle can be talk through that if you don't mind, just about what it's a case file.
So a case file is basically it's basically putting all your evidence in a format um, that is suitable for the Crown Prosecution Service to take to court. It's a set format, so you have all of your we call them MG forms. So you have all your MG forms, which will give you so instead of if Crown Prosecution Service think, right, we've got to quickly, we've had a remand prisoner overnight, he's in court now, we want a quick read of what this case is to take it to court. You provide that summary of all your evidence in what we call the MG5. So it's basically a form that sets out your entire case. So from start to finish, this is the circumstances, these are our witnesses, this is what our witnesses have to say, this is our forensics. You know, we found some fingerprints on the glass. We've got some blood at the scene that's being tested currently. We've found a knife that's being sent off for testing. We've got some CCTV of the incident, and this is what it shows. So you highlight everything, and then within that bundle, you have all your disclosure. So everything that, whether it's positive or negative towards your defendant, you submit and you say, basically, this is everything we've got, and your job is to put all of that together and give it to the Crown Prosecution Service, who then pass it to the barrister, who then presents it to court. The barrister will come back to you several times, asking for more stuff or clarification, or can we get an extra statement from such and such? Yep, no problem. I'll go and do that today. I'll send it to you tomorrow. So yeah, it's basically, long and short of it, it's basically a file bundle that is all your evidence for your job, whether it's positive or negative, towards, you know, the outcome. That's basically what you send in. And
Okay. And
that isn't an overnight job. That can, depending on the size of your job, that can be weeks.
what's your longest MG5 case summary? How many
Oh
pages?
God,
Can you
I
beat
think.
83 for a serious sex offender?
Oh no,
Go
I don't
on.
think I can. I think I'm on about 75.
Nice. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think.
So that's your case file. Next question. What have you sacrificed, stroke, not being able to do because of the work demands, long hours, unexpected work that comes in, physically, emotionally drained, etc.? What have you had to sacrifice?
Yeah, I would say um, a lot. It takes a lot of. Well, I say it takes a lot of my personal time. When there is a job happening or you have a case going to court, at that point you really have to kind of sacrifice your personal time because it doesn't become your own. Um, you know, if a murder come in tomorrow, I would have to say to my husband, "You're probably not going to see me now until the weekend," because I know it's going to be long days. I'm probably will have to travel out of force, stay overnight somewhere at last minute notice. I have an overnight bag packed permanently, with a couple of nights' clothes and toiletries in, ready to drop everything. And you have to be, but if you want to do what I'm doing, certainly a major crime, you would have to be prepared to do that. And you have to sacrifice a lot. And it's funny actually because we were laughing the other day, but with one of my jobs that took 2 years from start to finish to get to court and to get to trial and get convictions. But particularly the last 6 months were particularly hard going. Victims were starting to get anxious and tetchy. Late night phone calls with victims, having to do last minute dashes to go and see them because they're getting anxious. At the very end of it, at conviction, I got home and my husband's exact words were, "Have I got my wife back now?" Because it's done. So he's now got his wife back for company again because he doesn't see me. He doesn't see me for months. So it is a big sacrifice. And that's why I said at the very start, you do have to be dedicated because it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work if you weren't.